A lot of people love fasting. And fasting is something that it's in everyone's mouth today, and everyone's doing fasting or intermittent fasting, and they're doing different types of fasting, water fasting, and different types, and everyone's talking about it. But what are those mistakes that people really do when they fast? I've been fasting for over 10 years, and I've done a lot of mistakes that I wish I knew before. But only time has shown me which are those mistakes. And I've also seen mistakes in my patients. I've treated thousands of patients in which I've seen them commit mistakes that I wish they didn't commit at first, because they didn't have the information, and I didn't have the information by that time to tell them not to do it. And through time, I've been knowing more and more. And this is why I want to make this video, to tell you which are the biggest mistakes that I think that people make when they fast, and I don't want you to be doing them at all. And before we continue, please remember that there is a very easy way that you can support us, guys, and we are trying to do a big effort here to grow this community with you and share with you all the information, the same that we do in Spanish. We have over almost 3 million followers in Spanish, but we really want to grow this community with you. So there's a very, very easy way in which you can help us, and it's very easy, and it's just to click the like button so YouTube can help us, so more people can find this video. Mistake number one is to eat less calories, or to eat less. And I've seen a lot of people saying that the only reason why fasting works is because you eat less, or because you're eating less calories. And nope. Mistake number one is thinking you have to eat less. And no, you have to eat less frequently, but you should be consuming the same amount of nutrients, of nutrient requirements in your diet, the same amount of macros that you should be consuming, not the same amount of calories, the same amount of macronutrients that you need to be consuming on your diet. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, it's doing every single day the same type of fasting. Let's say you're gonna do 16-8. So you're gonna eat in a window of 8 hours, and you're going to fast for 16 hours. Or you're going to do one that it's pretty much the same, but it's just adding 2 more hours, which is 18-6, fasting for 18 hours and eating on a window of 6 hours. If you do exactly the same thing, let's say you're gonna eat from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. You're gonna eat 2 or 3 meals, all your requirements, every single day from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock. There is going to be a point in which your body is going to have a time-restricted eating window, and you're going to have some benefits from it, but after a while, your body, it's going to make that the exact same thing, and it's going to get used to it, and everything is going to become normal. Mistake number three is by saying that you can eat pretty much whatever you want, as long as you're eating in the right amount of calories, and that you can compensate whatever you're eating wrong by fasting. Or people that go crazy by eating, or by that thought that it's all about feasting and fasting, and that's not true, because people go and eat pizza, brownies, Oreos, ice cream, sodas, sugary drinks, and a lot of alcohol and a bunch of things, and they then fast for 24 hours. Thinking that you can give to your body 2 things. While you're eating, then you're gonna eat a lot of junk. And then you're going to give your body nothing at all. So think of this. You're giving junk and nothing. What is actually your body getting from something good, from a good source? What is your body getting from what it really needs to get, from all the nutrients and all the information, so your body can work in the proper way? If the only thing that you're giving is junk and ultra processed foods and all the things that we shouldn't be consuming. So that's a very, very big mistake. Number 4 is to think that fasting, it's a practice that you do only to lose weight. And no, if you want to lose weight, you can do a bunch of things. If you want to lose fat, you can do a bunch of things. Fasting is one, but the purpose of fasting is not to lose weight. Losing weight and losing fat, it could be a consequence when you make fasting part of a process of a well-controlled diet and a well-controlled eating pattern. Because when you think of eating patterns, you need to think that there are 2 windows, the fed window and the fasted window. But it's more important what you do with the fed window than with the fasting window, because the rules for fasting are really simple. But you need to know that there are a bunch of things. So if you think that this is just a short strategy for losing fat, no, this is a wide strategy for bringing a lot of things for your health. Mistake number 5 is thinking that fasting is the only miraculous, magical tool that you should be applying to cure everything. And it's the only thing that you need to do, nothing else. It's magical and wonderful. So I can do whatever I want. I can be as stressed as I want. I can eat whatever I want. I might not even work out. I can not even sleep at all. Because fasting is going to cure me from everything. Because I've learned about autophagy and all the benefits and all of the energy and all of the activation of stem cells and all the things. Yeah, that works when everything else is controlled. When you're making this as a part of a healthy lifestyle. Not when you think you can do pretty much whatever you want and then start bringing fasting as something magical into your diet. Mistake number 6 is not hydrating well while you're fasting. And when you're fasting, you can lose a lot of sodium and you can lose a lot of potassium and a lot of magnesium. So it's very important to know that when you're fasting, as you are going to lose a lot of electrolytes through your urine, or again, the regular electrolytes that you might lose while on a daily basis by sweating, by breathing, by talking, by all the ways, but especially you're going to lose more electrolytes in your urine. What do you need to do? You need to drink water, the right amount of water, be very well hydrated, but remember that to hydrate well, to be properly hydrated, you need to drink water with electrolytes. Mistake number 7, not knowing what to do with the fed moment. Because people, again, they think that the only thing that you need to do while fasting is fast. And that's it. I'm waiting here for all the benefits. Just waiting. No, it's more important what you do in the window that you're actually eating, on the fed window, than on the window that you do while you're fasting. Again, the rules while fasting are pretty easy, are quite simple and quite straight. But the rules on the fed window are the ones that you really need to know. Which are those rules? You could eat 2 or 3 times on that window, whatever you want, but remember that you need to accomplish all of the requirements, all of the nutritional requirements that you need, all the protein, all the fiber, all the healthy fats. Mistake number 8. As people think that fasting is something to lose weight, sometimes they start fasting, 14 hours, and they see no benefits or no results because they're going to the scale every single day. So after a week, they say, I need to fast longer. They start fasting 16 hours. Next week, they go to the scale. Nothing happens. I'm going for 18. I'm going for 24. I'm going for 36. And not always because of fasting more or more time, you're going to have better results. And I've seen patients that are actually eating less or eating pretty much nothing, cutting all of the calories and fasting a lot. They're eating what they shouldn't or the wrong amount of food that they should while they have to eat on the feeding window and fasting for a large amount of hours, and they don't lose a gram. Mistake number 9 is not doing it with a medical supervision. If you're working with a health coach, if you're working with a nutritionist, fine, but make sure that that person works with a physician or they have a physician that they can call. Why? Everyone can fast, everyone. But not everyone should fast on every single moment of their lives. There are certain things or certain moments in which people shouldn't be fasting on that very specific moment of their lives. For instance, during pregnancy, if they have a thyroid problem, if they're chronically stressed, if they have malnutrition for any instance. So there are moments in which fasting is for everyone. Mistake number 10 is to fast if you're chronically stressed. Fasting works because it gives your body like a little stress response in which your body needs to wake up, have that little sort of response after the stimulus that you're giving. And because you're stressing your body a little bit, it gives you a right response. Think of maybe if you have a motorcycle, think on the shock absorber. When you sit on the motorcycle, it gives you You sit and it brings you back to the same position. It works exactly in the same way. We have a system in our body that helps us to respond properly to any stressor that we have. And to remember that fasting, it's just one more tool. It's something that is very useful, and it's not useful for everyone. It's not useful for everyone in every single moment of their lives. But again, when you avoid these mistakes, really you can have a good way of fasting, knowing which are those hallmarks that you really need to avoid. So I hope this really is going to work for you, that is really going to help you. And please remember that there is also a way that you can help to know this information so they don't make the same mistakes. It's just by sharing the video. Please remember that the best way to support us and to support your community and that we can grow this community is by sharing the videos, clicking the like button as I just said before, and please remember again to subscribe to the channel, and if you haven't done so, to click the bell so we can tell you every time that we make new videos and you're going to be notified. Thank you guys, and see you next time.